Hey guys, it's Megan here at Suntoast Acres, and today I'm really excited to do an unboxing with you guys. My seeds have finally come in the mail. These aren't all of my seeds, but these are a majority of the seeds that will be growing on the farm this year. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys and kind of tell you a little bit about what our plans are on the farm this year. Now, just to let you know, in the background of this video, you are going to hear a little dog barking repeatedly. I'm babysitting a friend's dog and she won't stop barking and she doesn't like me very much. So I'm trying to be friends with her. Anyways, so we're just going to get into this. I've already cut this open. So excited. I've been waiting to open this up and check these out. I mean, obviously I know what seeds I ordered, but I wanted to share it with you guys. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not even going to holler at it because it doesn't do anything. So these are the corn seeds that we've planned to plant this year. So if you followed us, or if you've been following us, you will know that we had a big market garden area for carrots and a market garden area for our garlic. So those are our crop rotation areas, and we plan to have 4 of them. Freya, do you want to say hi to everyone, Freya? Come here. You little gremlin. She's the cutest little dog. Yes, she is. She just really misses her daddy. Yes, you do, don't you, Freya? It's okay. She won't even eat treats from me. Okay. It's okay. It's okay, Freya. It's okay. We plan to have 4 of those areas, so I'm going to put at least 1 more in this spring, and that's going to be the corn, and then we're going to have a brassicas area, which is going to go on the front part of the property, which we may or may not do this year. We'll see what kind of time we have. We also have a bunch of blueberry plants that we're going to be planting. So the corn that I chose is, I've got it marked in the book just so that I can get it right. It is called Sugary Enhanced Hybrid. That's the kind of corn grouping that it is, or that West Coast Seeds put it in. And I picked it because it has a good shelf life. And because we plan on selling this corn in the farm stand, I wanted to make sure that it kept a little bit for like its sweetness and that sort of thing. And so this is supposed to keep fairly well that way. It also has, it germinates at a bit of a lower temperature, the soil temperature, than some of the other corns. And the sugar burns, so that's the 2 kinds I got, are peaches and cream and sugar burns. So this is the peaches and cream, and this is the sugar burns. The sugar burns supposedly grows 2 ears of corn on each stalk. We'll see. And I didn't know that until I started researching that corn only grows 1 ear on each stalk. But this one's supposed to grow 2. So we'll see what happens with that, and I'm really super excited. And yeah, so we're going to put in another area. We'll actually be starting that soon, so we'll be sharing that with you guys. Next up here, I see we have the tomatoes that I chose. Generally, I grow the same tomatoes every year. This year, I decided to add a few extra into the mix, and this one I'm really excited about. This is called Mortgage Lifter, if you've ever heard of it before. It's a very popular tomato. It's a beefsteak tomato. It's a heirloom. And I'm really excited to grow this one. It looks super yummy, and they grow really nice and big and sweet, and they have more flesh and less seed and like juice and that. So I'm really excited to grow those ones. I got, this is Amish paste. It's just aroma tomato, which I actually have some other aroma tomatoes, which I also will be growing. I just wanted to add this one into the mix. So we'll see how it does. And so last year, once again, if you were following us, we grew way too many cherry tomatoes. My husband bought them and I planted them all. I do that every year with tomatoes, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, they all grew, and oh my gosh, I have to plant all of them into the ground. So we had a ton of cherry tomatoes, way too many. Cherry tomatoes aren't really good for saving or making sauces out of. Though I did, they're just not the best sauces. They're not super thick, but that's okay. Live and learn. I mean, I knew that going into it. But did I grow? We grew other tomatoes, like bigger tomatoes, but we didn't trellis them or tie them up, so they didn't grow super well. So anyways, I picked 3 of the cherry tomatoes that we really, really liked, and those are the ones that we're growing this year. So we've got the Sweet Million. So that's just a red tomato, and they grow really uniform. They look really pretty. These are cherry tomatoes. We'll be selling a lot of them. Obviously, we eat some of them, but we will be selling a lot of them. So we've got that one. Sun Gold, which is an orange tomato. Now this one was our absolute favorite tomato in the garden. Like little pieces of candy, absolutely beautiful. We loved these ones so much. And black cherry, which was good. It had good flavor, not too watery inside, lots of flesh. But I liked the color, so I wanted to have a nice array of color. So we'll have red and orange and black, or kind of, it's more like kind of a purple color once you really get down to it. So those are the tomatoes, and I do have some other tomatoes that I will also be growing, but I've already got those seeds. I generally save my seeds for tomatoes, but the cherry tomatoes that we grew, it was just, there was too much going on, and I didn't take the time to save the seeds. And so hopefully this year I will, and I'll show you how I save the seeds for those. I hope that you guys will be able to see this. You probably won't, but anyways, it doesn't really matter. I just got like a spinach. I love spinach, and spinach does grow fairly well here, but it does tend to bolt. So I actually need to get this out in the garden now, because it could be growing right now. Because as soon as it starts getting hot out and it's really dry, spinach is going to bolt. This is just a Yukon spinach. I really, really love when we had the goats, which we will have again, and I made feta cheese on a regular basis. I loved making spanakopita with the spinach and goat's cheese. Anyways, and egg. So I will be sharing that with you as well. Can't wait for that. I got a couple different cabbages, and I can't remember what this one is, but I do recall that it's not in the book. Anyways, so cabbage, and this is just a Savoy cabbage, and we do have one that's called Terra, which is like a really quick growing little cabbage, which we're actually going to try to grow in our hoop house, our greenhouse, our heated greenhouse that we're in the process of putting up, which is actually going to be our lettuce house, and that's what's next here, are the lettuces that I've chosen. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about which ones I chose here, because I will do that when we start our hydroponic system in our greenhouse. I just did, this is like a head lettuce, like iceberg lettuce. I think it actually is an iceberg lettuce. It doesn't say that on here, but I think that's what it was under in the book. A red leaf, a green leaf, and a romaine. So the idea behind my lettuces is that I wanted to be growing and offering, because these will be offered out in the farm stand or market if we go to market, or in our baskets or bins. I wanted something that people were familiar with, and this is pretty much what they sell in our local grocery stores around here. So that's why I've chosen these. Like I said, I'll go into these in some more detail later, once I start doing videos about that sort of thing. Okay, cucumbers. So in years past, I have purchased like expensive cucumbers that you get like 5 of them in a package, and they cost like $11. And they grow really beautiful long cucumbers, and they really are nice, and I do really like them. They're seedless, they grow really well, but they're expensive, and quite often not all the seeds will sprout. You'll get like 1 or 2 out of 5 that will sprout. And I decided I wasn't doing that this year. I'm not doing that. So this year, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the kind of cucumber that this is. I'll put the name of it up on the screen, and you guys can, I don't know, figure out how to pronounce it yourselves. I've grown this in the past, really, really like it. Great cucumber, grows really well. It also grows well in a container, if you want to grow in a container. I got patio snackers, which is obviously meant for a container, but this also grows out in the field pretty well. I plan on growing some of both of them for us, and then whatever extra seeds I have will just be grown to sell out in the farm stand, like as plants, as nursery plants. Same with the tomatoes. I will be planting some extra to sell out there, and I have peppers and I have onions and stuff that I will be doing that as well with, along with our broccoli and our our kale and all that, which you don't see any of those things here. I already have all my seeds for all that. I do a lot of seed saving for those sorts of things. The last cucumber I have is pickles. I don't know why, but I haven't grown pickled cucumbers. Not that we never have. We did once when we first started gardening, like forever ago, over 10 years ago. But I have not since grown pickling cucumbers, which are really, really easy to grow. And they don't even take up that much space. So pickling cucumbers, very excited for that one so that we can actually make our own pickles. Okay. And this is one of my most favorite things that I'm super, super excited to grow. I have successfully grown these once before. Well, I shouldn't say successfully. They did grow little guys on them, but it wasn't super successful. So every year I try to add something, or I try to grow something that I've never grown before to see if we can do it. One year I did quinoa, which did grow a lot of quinoa. It didn't taste right. And then I found out that if you want your quinoa to taste right, it's supposed to be grown at higher elevations, not at sea level. I did okra one year, which grew really nicely. Like, their flowers are absolutely stunning and beautiful. So I do encourage you to grow them. However, the little okra, so the way that okra grows is the flower grows, and then the little, I don't know what it's called, but the center part that grows out, that's where all the seeds would be, and that's the okra. They never really grew super well, but the flowers were beautiful, so it was worth growing them. I did chickpeas one year. I can't even remember. I've done what I have here in my hand. I've also done these along with other things, but I can't think of them right now. So what I have here are melons. Now, some of you are probably thinking, if you live in the States and you live in warmer climates, yeah, of course, everybody grows melons or whatever. But here in Canada, it's kind of harder to grow melons. And even where I live in Canada, it's a lot warmer, but melons are still hard because they need a longer growing season and they need more heat. But I think that I can have success with these. And if they sell them in my West Coast Seeds catalog, then I can have success with them. So I've just picked watermelon, honeydew melon, and a cantaloupe. So I'm really excited to grow these, and I'm thinking I have a little model I'll share with you also separately, and I'll probably start these or grow these in a heated greenhouse so that if it does start to cool off in August, which sometimes it does, or September, I can keep these warm and hopefully have them come to full maturity. Oh, that was all a mouthful. I'm trying to talk really, really fast. The dog actually has settled down and stopped barking, but I only have so much room on my camera, so I need to get this all out in one full swing. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So that's all the seeds that I ordered this round. Like I said, I have lots of other seeds, and I may be going down to the store to purchase a few more. And other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see all of our progression, I guess, and everything that we're going to be doing this year and years to come on the farm, consider subscribing to our channel, because that really helps us out. Give us a like, because that also really helps get us out there into the algorithm of YouTube and whatnot. And thank you very much for joining us today. And we'll see you guys probably when I'm planting all of these seeds. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.